From days of long ago, created by the cosmic legends of the universe. There stands one man, one great man, a man dedicated to preserving all that is good in pop culture. Loved by few, hated by many. Alone in his fortress of awesomeness, he battles fearlessly against the wolves, the evil, the unjust. To right that which is wrong, to stand for justice, to serve all mankind. He is the one, the only, the comic Relief Crusader.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Man, made it through another weekend and now we are into another week. And it's a Tuesday and it's a Titillating Tuesday. Enter the Geekosphere, episode 71. Welcome to the Fortress of Awesomeness, everybody out there. Glad to see you here. Hope you guys had a nice weekend. Man, and up here in Canada, we had a glorious long weekend because all over Canada, we have a thing called Family Day where everybody's supposed to be spending time with their family and do family things or just at least try to relax with your family and all that kind of stuff. And, not a bad long weekend. It was pretty good, was watching our youngest daughter. We were, I was kind of more observing, but her playing Splatoon 3. And then I got into the Switch, and then I played copious amounts of Tears of the Kingdom. So, because last time I played it was around Christmas time, and I couldn't help myself. So, I want to thank everybody that's here so far. Gap After Dark, how's it going, man? I hope you are awake now. And we also got Penny. Hi, Penny. How's it going? And we also got Kill Me Please. And Wendy Trauma Warrior is also here. Hey, Wendy, how's it going? Nice to see you. And wow, straight out of the gate, we got Christian Delorme with a $5 super chat. I'll be the first. That makes me feel wholesome. Well, thank you, Gap. I almost said Gap After Dark. Thank you, Christian Delorme. I really appreciate it. And for you, straight out of the gate, we got something here for you. If I can bring this up in time while chatting at the same time, because it just takes me a little bit of time to bring up certain videos and whatnot to thank you for a super chat, which I am actually doing right now. So to you, good sir. And for you, Christian Delorme, take two. I'll always be the first. Filament got it. Okay, not a problem. So two super chats from Christian Delorme, Vinyl Revival. Thank you, man. I really appreciate you for doing that. And yes, you will always be my first. So, Kill Me Please, my connection seems shoddy today. Well, that happens. So, thank you everybody for joining in. Jeez, wow, 2 super chats like straight out the bat, like that. So I guess I'm doing something right. And doing something right, let's introduce everybody that's here today, shall we?
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits?
Yes.
Appian, how's it going?
That's why I get here early, so I get the musical cues. It's going quite well. I'm doing great.
Oh yeah,
Good
how was your
weekend.
weekend?
It was good.
Yeah,
I got to rewatch the Hellboy movies because I talked about those this morning. I really like
awesome.
those two movies, and got to play some more Final Fantasy X. And yeah, it was just a good, relaxing weekend. No family day for me, but it's fine.
That's
I don't like
okay.
being around most of my family anyways. So.
God. And the countdown towards the reboot is going on, right?
Oh yeah, I'm 8 days away from Final Fantasy Rebirth, so I'm ready for that game.
Oh, dude, you must be vibrating.
Oh yeah, I've got it pre-ordered, so like the second it's available to download, I'm ready. Oh yeah, I'm pre-vibrating. I'm pre
Yeah.
everything.
Nice. And Pop Culture Republic has it going, man.
It's going well.
Is
It's
it going
another
well?
it's another great day.
Nice. Awesome. How are things down around the south of the border or almost south of the border? It might as well be.
Well, this side of the border. It depends on, I guess, where the border moves to. I don't know, but that's a whole different topic. Now things are going well.
Nice. That's
It's
awesome.
going great.
And we got the geeky leftist Tom. How's it going, man?
Good. How's everybody doing today? You doing well?
Yeah, doing well.
I'm doing so far fantabulastic.
Awesome. And yes. Question, by the way, Appion, what's the white, the guy that's really pale? What's one of the enemy? Which Hellboy is that? Is that the one or the two?
Two, Prince Nawada.
Yeah. No, if anybody ever read the Elric series, he could be a perfect Elric. That's what that character remind me of. If anybody's ever read the books, that's what he looks like. The White Wolf.
Oh yeah, and Luke Goss,
Yeah,
the guy that played him, does all his own stunts. So that guy would. And
he's amazing.
He was in Blade 2 as the villain of that, Nomak.
Yeah.
Oh,
the guy's awesome.
yeah.
But yeah, he does sword fighting in that movie. See, I could see him being in like a fantasy epic. Maybe getting to be a good guy for once. That'd be nice.
Oh, sweet. That would be cool. And Milton Copper, how's it going? Deadpool 3 has hope. God, I hope so. Man.
It does. I'm going to stand right now.
does.
Deadpool lead looks to be amazing so far. I'm not going to hype it too much, but I'm got hope for it big time.
Yeah, totally. Me
Wait,
too.
wait and see, because it really does have so much writing on it, because everything else is unfortunately flopped.
Yeah.
Big time.
Marvel Jesus. Oh my God. I just had to laugh at that. Just Marvel.
I will be your Messiah.
Marvel Jesus.
Oh my God. And Christian Ledorm with another $2 Canadian super chat. You're always doing right.
He's on fire.
Yes, he is. Thank you, man. And again, this one for you. I love that.
I gotta get
Some
that
fishies
costume.
going on here.
Yeah, exactly. God. I'm just wondering how in the world that made it through, like, the turnstile and all that kind of stuff, like getting what is he going to? I have the faintest idea.
Yeah, off to his hotel room or off to the Comic-Con is like, who knows?
SpongeBob convention.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Let's see, multi-copy. It's classic Marvel to get excited and then talking down your enthusiasm to avoid heartbreak. Yeah, no, I totally will give it that. I am hoping for the best on that. So let's see. Phantom Boomer says, I'm seriously looking forward to Deadpool 3, even to go to a theater to watch.
Me too.
Woo!
I'm doing that too.
Man.
I'm doing my part.
Exactly. God. There seems to be, that being said, with not doing your part, it just seems like there's a lot of Starship Trooper. What's going on with Starship
Helldivers 2, the new game Helldivers 2 came out, and it's basically Starship Troopers.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
Okay.
It makes me want to play it. I love that.
You fight bugs, and they have this. There's like similar bug types, just like the movies and the Starship Troopers lore. So that's kind of why Starship Troopers is probably trending, is because it's literally that. It's great. It's a good game. I play it. It's a fun little shooter game.
Nice. Dead My Rockman, hey, Comic Relief Crusader, just wanted to say hi and support. Can't say today. That's okay because you're here right now, and I appreciate you coming on by. So thank you very much, Dad, man. Hope you're doing good. And again, with Christian to Lord with
Man,
another $5 super chat. Sorry to disappoint you, boys. I'm a middle-aged, out-of-shape trucker. I would get my ass kicked.
you've set the precedence now, Christian. Every 2 minutes, I'm expecting a super chat.
Yeah, exactly, right? So
Don't disappoint us now.
you can't back up now. You can't back out now. So that being said, I'm thinking about, because this whole trucker thing is going on right now, like again in Ottawa, and good for them for speaking out and stuff like that. I'm thinking about putting out my trucker t-shirts again when the first one happened like a couple of years ago. So
Nice.
So yeah, so stay posted for that. If you you know what, and I'm just going to put myself out there. If you want to speak out against this whole tyranny that's going on and whatnot, then watch my posts, whether on X or on Facebook or on this channel. I'll have them available. So for everyone out there.
I don't know why we didn't have a vote of no confidence. There was a rumor that Wesley went through, but they tossed it out. It's like,
I know, right?
Get him out of there. Get him out.
Exactly. We don't want him. Nobody wants him.
Nope.
Send him, with all these actors and actresses like saying, well, if Trump wins again, I'm going to move to, to Canada or something like that. No, we don't want you.
Bye.
But is there a way we can send Trudeau to another country? Like, one that
actually, Ryan Reynolds himself says, don't come to Canada. We don't.
Yeah, no, don't.
Yeah, and he's like the pride of Canada.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It's the only one we got left, except
like Wayne
Gretzky,
Gretzky, Ryan Reynolds.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Well, William Shatner, isn't he Canadian?
Yes.
Is he? Yeah,
Oh,
he's
shit. Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So we'll only take back the good ones. So, but anyway, so as we always do on this channel, let's get to some stupid news.
Brace yourself. Incoming.
Exactly. Stupid news for the day. Okay, let's see here. What have I got today? Okay, because there were some pretty good ones here. Should I start with one that happened up here in Canada or one in New York? And I think of the one in New York probably is getting a little bit more attention than needed.
Yeah, because they're having their own ordeal with truckers as well.
Exactly. So this from the Daily Mail. This from immigrants. Pets are treated better than us. Immigrants who spend life savings traveling from Africa to New York City complain they've been sold a dream by Hollywood, but the American dream isn't like the movies.
We must have watched Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
That's worse than coming over on boats against your will, then?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
We used to have a free travel plan for just that thing. I guess y'all complained about that too.
Have you not seen Roots?
Right? Your name is Toby.
Yeah, exactly. My name is Mukulu Membe, and this is not the dream I had in mind.
We love our pets.
Oh, yeah, of course. But I'm sorry to disappoint you, migrants, but America and Canada is full. It's not that we don't want you here, but if you're going to come here, at least send your brightest.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Right.
That's all I got to say. Oh my God. Well, I'm sorry, but let's put it this way. Hollywood's fake. Have you seen any recent Hollywood movies? I don't know how far back you're watching movies from Hollywood from, but at least try to pick up.
Yeah,
I know. What do they think this is? Scarface?
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God.
But seriously, don't come over expecting us to change for you. You guys have to change for our
Right. We don't even change for ourselves, let alone anybody else.
Yeah.
No, exactly right. Yeah, Bret Hart and Chris Jericho are Canada people. Yeah, they are.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Melted Copper. What? Movies are fake? Shut the front door on your thrown off lies. Oh
Yeah.
It's true. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Melted Copper. Right? Jordy LaForge would be hurt by this. If we get another rant by Mr. Reading Rainbow himself, like we did with Will Wheaton, I'd be okay with that. I want to see the butt hurt. Let's
That's
see
good
it.
content.
Exactly. Yeah, Phantom Boomer Explorer says, yeah, do the paperwork, bring your music and recipes. Exactly. That's right. You know, hey, I'm not opposed to good food. I mean, hey.
Oh, I love food from all around the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why we treat our pets better. Because they give us copious amounts of love and attention and
unconditionally. Yep.
Yes, exactly. Where it seems like most, and I'm not going to say all migrants, just most, from what it seems like, thinks that everything is owed to them. And, you know, hey.
Yeah. Well, there was that thing in New York about a Venezuelan street gang that migrated there and started a crime spree.
That's right. I can't imagine why.
Let me go a little thing about that. Here in our town, you might remember they used to have the manger scene up in King Square. They removed that, and they said it's because to make the foreigners feel comfortable. Like, what?
My God. Jeez. Yes. Pander. It's the Panderverse. Panda Wannabe says, I've seen Do the Right Thing, Boys in the Hood, and the Sons of Anarchy series. It all seems pretty accurate to me.
They're great movies.
You got that right.
Ozark.
So,
throw in Ozark in there.
Yeah, Ozark. So they were watching the wrong films. That's what it was. Melted Copper. Yeah, I guess Africa has cable now long gone. Is the 10 cents a day can feed those poor people? The 90s were something else. Yeah, exactly. With Suzanne Summers.
Right.
Yeah,
oh my God.
They were designed to make you feel like shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what are you doing? For just this amount of money, you could be building a village. It's like,
right.
It's like,
so your camera crew and sound people couldn't like give them a sandwich while you're there.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, exactly. Well, I mean, with Suzanne Summers alone, they could feed, you know, a whole village for a year. I'm sorry.
Africa is a very beautiful continent. Actually, I've seen it's very beautiful. Yeah,
it is totally. So, but you know, yeah, it seems like most migrants are just leaving because you know, hey, Canada's too damn cold. You know, we didn't expect it to be like this. It's like, well,
you're kind of north of where you were.
Yeah, figure it out.
Keep going. Leave everybody. You know
exactly. Hey, Ledrod, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Glad that you're here. So, yeah, get that kid with the flies on him. This is perfect. Yeah, precisely. Exactly. That's the way they would film it too. Try to tug at your heartstrings. Oh God, yeah, it was just pitiful. Let's see. And next one. This one I had a kind of a chuckle at a little bit. Here in Canada, the Metro Vancouver Transit Police say they don't know whether this sexual assault suspect is male or female, despite having semen evidence. Read that carefully. And hey, Captain Kennedy, how's it going, man?
Well, exactly, right there. That second to last word should prove it right there. Like, what the hell?
Let's see. I'm thinking now it could be wrong, but yeah, like what Tom said, the second to last word probably points towards male. I could be wrong.
A whole lot of stupid there. I hate to say it.
Hence this segment before we start off to the
exactly.
Oh man.
You know, like there was, I swear to God, there was a lady that was in here on Saturday talking with my wife. You know, she's a promoter and stuff like that. And, you know, we just got to sharing some of this, some of this news that I share on this channel. And, you know, some of the stuff that I told her about what I've showed on this show, some of it she was like completely baffled at. And I'm like, I can show you proof. And oh God, let's see. If you're a police officer and you have evidence, especially biological evidence, chances are there's only one kind of gender that produces that kind of evidence. So,
But no, what? According to some of them, no, women can do it too. No,
No, exactly, right?
They had
just like men can have babies.
Oh,
Yeah.
They had a fake penis apparatus with the already preloaded stuff in it.
ew.
It leaked a little bit.
Oh my God, no. Lenrod, everyone knows Canada police aren't assumed genders. No, that's true, right?
Even the transit police.
Well,
Yes, it's like the dollar store bottom of the barrel of police. The transit.
no, but get
police.
it. The trans, please get it. You know,
I see what I was doing with that.
that.
Wait, wait,
No wording. Nice.
So it's like transit police, like one step above mall cop.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's pretty much.
And I used to be a mall cop.
Delta
Yeah, we're
Cop.
pretty low in the total pool. Yeah.
No offense to all
Yeah,
the Paul
exactly.
Barts out there.
No,
This
exactly.
is stuff like this is where you need like sound clips, like Ripley saying, "Did IQs drop sharply while I was away?"
Yes, apparently they
Actually,
did.
yes.
So
Yeah,
it must have been over the weekend because I missed
Yeah.
that. So
common sense, not so common anymore.
nope, that's true. So, but that's why we share the news, because to let everyone out there know.
It proves
don't make this up.
Idiocracy is a documentary.
Yeah,
Exactly,
sadly.
it is.
That was the only
Totally.
real movie.
I know.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, God. Oh. Well, as everybody has more than likely heard by now, well, X-Men 97 is coming out. And hey, Razel, how's it going? Good afternoon, people, and good afternoon to you too. Yeah, X-Men 97 is coming out.
The booty.
Yeah, the booty, exactly.
Cry.
Right?
Cry.
So, and of course, it's reintroducing a character that was there, that died actually in the X-Men 97 cartoon, came back, but no, they have to reintroduce and make
Oh,
that
I know
that
which one
person,
you're talking about.
yeah, non-binary. It's like
Yeah.
binary,
The
binary,
less
binary.
interesting Mystique.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, because X-Men is a big part of my comic life, like many of you guys out there and whatnot. And yeah, so well, might as well just dive into it. Why not?
And a
So
classic cartoon. That was amazing.
exactly, and it was a fun cartoon. And hey, Lady V Elements, how's it going? Nice to see you.
The theme song's playing in my head right now.
Exactly. I was just
Exactly,
about to
right?
say that theme song alone was fantastic.
Yeah. Milton Copper, X-Men 97 makes it even more strange that Rogue wouldn't be the post-credits in the Marvels, as Rogue and Miss Marvel have a solid known history, and they were making X-97. Yeah, exactly, right? Because that's how Rogue got her powers. Originally, way back when.
Would have been the perfect way to get rid of Brie Larson too.
Oh, it so would have been.
Yes, it would have. Man, I would have been okay with that. So
make her character a sympathetic character. Like, that's a shame.
Yeah, like imagine a story of Captain Marvel, like she had all that power and now she has to like make do with being normal and like actually have like weaknesses again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, precisely. Oh, Joy, can't wait for more from Wolverine to start dating. Yeah, exactly, right?
I mean, he'll just morph into Jean Grey. He can make it happen.
Yeah, precisely.
He could be whoever Wolverine wants.
Yep.
That's the scary thing about it.
God, I know. So X-Men 97 showrunner confirms Disney Plus, because of course Disney Plus, series will portray Morph as non-binary. And I'm sure all of you have heard this right now, because this is actually Morph from way back when, from the X-Men animated series, okay? So in Night of the Sentinels, like way back in 1992, right? And it was an awesome cartoon. There was nothing wrong with it. Costumes based off the new, the Jim Lee designs and stuff like that. It was great. It was a fun show. But so this is going to get into a little bit of history of what and who Morph is, and we'll just carry on from there. So, in the first confirmed change being made to the fan favorite incarnation of Marvel's merry band of mutants, X-Men 97 showrunner Bo DeMaio has revealed that unlike its original series, the upcoming revival will portray the mutant shapeshifter Morph as a non-binary character. Of course, because he can morph and he can be anything that he wants to be, because we have to play with not 90s sensibilities, we have to play with today's sensibilities, which absolutely makes no sense whatsoever.
Nope.
So, Melted Copper. There is a Marvel Knights Spider-Man comic that implies Electro shags a shape-shifting dude in prison. That happened in a comic. Oh, God. I have no idea how to reply to that. So I really don't.
Leave it be.
Oh my God.
Just leave it be.
Exactly.
Moving right along.
Moving on. So I know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Good Lord. That aired 32 years ago. Exactly. Modern sensibilities is an oxymoron. Yeah. 100% correct. Yeah. So, yeah, this change was first confirmed by DeMaio during his series-centric interview given to Empire Magazine for their April 2024 issue. Okay, so providing brief teases into the approach of the series took in writing each of the series' principal mutant castmates. When it came to Morph, the showrunner confirmed to the Empire, as recapped by the outlet's Helen O'Hara, that this is a lighter take on the character, who is non-binary and has an interesting buddy relationship with Wolverine.
What?
Yeah.
No,
exactly.
Don't go there. Don't.
No, exactly. Wolverine doesn't really have buddy relationships whatsoever.
He doesn't like anybody, and no,
he's always been more. Yeah, he's always been more of a loner.
Exactly.
And when they say buddy, don't you dare turn Wolverine bi or gay or no.
No,
he's
exactly.
Gotta be like the most masculine, straight.
Yeah, he's a man's man. Well, you know what I mean.
He really
exactly.
is. He is all manly, like.
Exactly. Oh, that
hairy
was
chest hair, chest hair, like
he's the ultimate Chad.
Big muscles, smoking cigars. He is
exactly. No, and the only one that really he took a liking to, I would say, is more Jubilee.
Yeah,
because he brought her into the mix, kind of like by osmosis in a way. That's kind of how she became a defunct X-Men per se, And of course, she had a thing for Jean, but we all know that, right?
Well, yeah, he loved Jean,
Yeah, exactly. But other than that, I mean, he had a problem with like everyone. Had a problem with Cyclops. Had a problem with friggin' oh God, why am I blanking on names right now?
Xavier.
Xavier every once in a while.
Yeah, respect for Xavier, but sometimes,
Didn't him and Gambit get into it a few times?
Yeah, Gambit. That's the name
so.
I was looking for. Gambit, he totally had a friggin', he just did not like Gambit that much. So, but I mean, yeah, no, there's no buddy relationship. I'm sorry, that just does not happen, right?
No.
So, yeah, so they're taking it back. They're going to be doing some retconning, of course, because that's how it goes when multi-billion-dollar corporations just love to fiddle with modern sensibilities. God, I hate this.
Yeah.
So, Melted Copper, why label the X-Men 97 but go with a 2024 mentality, then just call it New X-Men?
Right.
Yeah, you might as well bring on all new characters, see how that goes, especially with the new characters that they've introduced into X-Men as they're trying to end the Krakoa era, so to speak, that began basically with Giant X-Men #1, right? So, Lenrod, probably because they're trying to trick older viewers into watching it. Well, exactly. That's the only way, play on nostalgia. Oh, look, we're bringing it back, and it's going to be better than ever.
And nostalgia will only take you so far before you have people realizing that things really were better way back when, and they'll stop watching.
Yeah.
And they'll go back to their physical media and start watching the old animated series or find it on streaming someplace. It won't work. It's not a hook. It's not a draw to bring the old audience into your new property.
No, exactly. Because if anything, because they're going to be rating this PG-14, right? And I'm just going to say new fans, they're going to look back and they're not going to see any of this junk whatsoever. No. Fandom Boober, I have a thing for Famke Janssen. Yes, I 100% agree.
Jean Grey and then On a Top and Goldeneye.
Yes. I was going to say, On a Top and James Bond.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So she
could crush me with those legs anytime.
Exactly. But we didn't have and going back to what Melted Copper said, there's no point in calling it X-Men 97.
No,
there isn't, because we didn't think about any of this. It didn't even it wasn't even a blip on the radar whatsoever. It was just basically superheroes just fighting super bad guys, all but mutants, of course. But it was none of it. We didn't have to freaking fill our minds with all this kind of garbage whatsoever. It was stupid.
It was not even on the radar, cultural radar.
No, it wasn't. Didn't even exist. So, but surprisingly, this presents a significant change to the character Morph, who both as originally portrayed in the original Marvel Comics and the original X-Men animated series, both Kevin Sidney, the mutant known as Morph, as his name implies, possessed the mutant gift of cellular level shape shifting. Okay, obviously, hence Morph. Now, depicted as a through and through villain in his comic book form, on the small screen, Morph was initially introduced as a proper member of the X-Men in the team's pilot episode, Night of the Sentinels. Now, that was the very first episode. Go back and watch it if you can. Before being killed in that same episode by a surprise attack carried out by a group of Sentinels, right? Because that's what Sentinels do. They're, built to scourge the earth. Exactly, of the mutant problem that's out there. And Tree Rock Creations, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. All that 2D animation wasted. Exactly. It's a waste at this point. So, Lenrod, gotta love those late session budget cuts. Same thing happened with the real Ghostbusters. Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately.
Can we create Sentinels to get rid of the extreme leftist idiots?
I'd be okay with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Pronouns detected. Exterminate.
Like some RoboCop, like that Ed 209 thing or whatever.
Yeah.
You have 10 seconds to go back to your original pronouns.
I'd be okay with that. So, and Christian DeLorme with another $5 super chat. I'm going against the group. What's the best part of a BJ? 50 minutes of silence. Forgive me. Oh my God. Oh, dude, this one's for you again. There we go.
I still want to know the context of that. Yeah. It's like the who, the what, the why.
Exactly.
There's furry cons. Maybe it's a fishy con.
Yeah. His pronoun is fish.
Yeah, exactly. stink, and fish. So,
Going to a store with a fish tank. He's gonna free all his brothers.
yes, exactly.
Be free.
Yeah,
They're all flopping on the ground.
Flop, 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 flop.
Oh,
no,
man.
what
Hey,
have I done?
Sci-fi says, Dad, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. So, oh my God. It's the 60s all over again. Exactly. So, oh my God. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna have to tally this all up. I'm gonna have to actually give him another different super chat because I'm tallying it all up, Christian. So I'm gonna have to present something new.
This is going well for your supercomputer fund.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it though? So but in typical comic book fashion, Morph's death proves to be anything but as the mutant is later revealed to not only have been rescued from the attack by none other than Mr. Sinister, but also had an evil personality planted in him by the villain. So, yeah, because actually, Mr. Sinister was, I don't know. I always thought he was kind of like lacking as a villain, but that's just me. So, following a brief stint as a mind-controlled pawn of the leather-clad Englishman, Morph is essentially rescued by his former teammates and brought back into the X-fold, even going on to play a major role in the eventual destruction of the Sentinel-producing Master Mold. So, so he does make a comeback, and again, he's always referred to himself as him, a dude.
Mm-hmm.
You can't argue with that. See, you can't erase the old cartoons. The sound bites are already done. The clips are already done. Everything is just, hard coded. You can't replace dialogue. I mean, you can try to replace dialogue, but everybody's going to know because everybody has the original cartoons. At least, most people do that. At least keep hard media.
Yeah.
So,
of course, the counter argument to that is everything is always open to reinterpretation.
Oh yeah, of course. They'll probably just explain it away as like, oh, he was confused. That's what it was.
It really wasn't like that. It was like this. See?
Yeah,
let us explain it to you.
Yeah, that's right. Because he needed more. He needed to be more educated. That's what it was. Yeah. So, and of course, throughout his adventures, both in print and animated, Morph has never been portrayed as considering himself non-binary. Oh no, imagine my shock. Oh, how can we erase history now? So while his ability allows him to shift into any form, including that of a woman, at the biological level, he's always defaulted to a standard appearance as a relatively nondescript human male.
Yeah.
So
he's not a gene shifter.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh, and if you guys want to know what we're talking about, check out the previous episode where we're going over Mystique because she's not a shapeshifter, she's a gene shifter and all that kind of bull crap. So sorry. So melted copper binary technically means two. Technically, Morph can shapeshift and shag anything, so he's an omniger, and so he's omnemna. So so he's that word really. So, my God. But I mean, it came in handy for like infiltration and stuff like that. So
I'm not gonna lie, they picked a decent character to, if they were gonna do this to anybody, Morph would be the one. You'd think but like any other character, it definitely wouldn't work. But this one, it doesn't work. But I could see where they could try to weave this into his character. You know what I mean? Oh, he morphs. He can change. This is perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
We can make him whatever we want.
He'll be the poster boy. So. Oh, that's right. And, according to this picture, I think I kind of vaguely remember this episode where Wolverine wasn't exactly nice to Morph, slugging him in the face and stuff like that because he might
Morph's
have
all
been
mad that he didn't rescue him and stuff, and
you
kind of feel like they left him behind.
Yeah, that doesn't look like a buddy attitude. So,
I'm telling you, Morph's gonna like turn into Jean Grey or something, and is gonna like trick Wolverine into like sex scene or something.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll be. It's like we shared an intimate moment together, Wolverine. It's like, no, don't remind me, Bob.
Oh goodness.
One night in Bangkok does not solidify anything. And Event Progenitor, how's it going over on Rumble? Am I the only one here? I might switch over to YouTube. Well, maybe, but I see you on Rumble. So, hey, how's it going? Nice to see you, man.
Wolverine's lived for hundreds of years. Maybe he's tried something out, Maybe he's gotten curious. I don't think so.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right.
He's had the same preference for hundreds of years. He knows what he wants.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, I know,
He's
right?
got a pretty solid track record.
Exactly. Jean Grey. He's into redheads. I mean, he even had a little bit of a thing for Psylocke. I remember that.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, maybe something with Storm. I think at one point, way back when. Yeah. So
when I was talking about X-Men 2, literally Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, he gets to kiss Rebecca Romaine Stamos, Halle Berry, and Famke Janssen all in the same movie.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
3 chicks. Like, what a Chad. Like, I don't see
I know, right?
Like, all right, I'll kiss a dude now. No, I don't think so.
See, in the comics, Wolverine and Rogue had a father type thing for her.
Yeah.
And Jubilee, maybe like a big brother or father figure to Jubilee.
Yeah,
they tried to do that in the movies. They turned Rogue's character kind of into Jubilee, where she kind of played like the daughter type. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, exactly, right? And I mean, how many other romantic let's put it this way.
Gotta like though. Wolverine likes him young, considering he's 100 and some years old though.
Oh yeah, the age difference with him and any woman is going to be huge.
Oh yeah,
baby, 100%. I can tell you about the last 100 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Saw the entire auto industry, and
well, I mean, here's
motorcycles.
Like he's had so many romantic interests, right?
Oh
okay,
yeah.
Okay, first like Jean Grey, and then there was kind of like Mystique, and then there was Storm, and then there was Itsu, I believe, and
Itsu,
that Yoshida chick, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. I think Maureen was another one. McTaggart.
Logan just likes to get it on.
Yeah, exactly.
Domino, Rogue.
Yep. Silver Fox,
Elektra.
Let's see. I think at one point Rogue.
Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. I want to see Deadpool try to kiss him and Wolverine punch him in the face.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Oh, that would be great.
That would be awesome.
Come on, the people want to see us kiss, not me, bud.
Get away, Bob.
Yeah, no, exactly, right. But I mean, oh God, please! I really, honest to God, hope he does not go full on chat, or like not full on chat, but just exploring things.
No.
I'm what they call a bear, bud.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh God, no.
And Wendy Trauma Warrior has gifted 5 Comic Relief Crusader memberships out there.
Woohoo.
Thank you, Wendy. I really, really appreciate you
no longer
doing that for everybody, especially in this channel. So and exactly.
Yeah, thank you, Wendy.
He's gonna bareback it. And for Wendy, this one is for you.
A show of gratitude for your service in the past. Here's a sandwich.
But
Thanks for coming, everybody. Good night.
No, wait!
You got your sandwich.
My tallest, an opportunity to prove I truly can be an invader is all that I ask. Gimme.
For
yes,
you,
that is
Wendy,
Kevin
thank you very
McDonald,
much. I
one of the
really
fellas.
appreciate it. Exactly. So, let's see. Razel, the only one he didn't sleep with was She-Hulk because he didn't want Juggernaut sloppy seconds. God.
Actually, I'm curious. Did he sleep with She-Hulk?
I'm not gonna look that up right now. Anyway, but it wouldn't surprise me. Let's put it that way. So anyway, alas, while this ham-fisted change is certainly disappointing, it cannot be said that it is wholly unexpected. That's true, because Disney's going to Disney. And after all, as stated by DeMeo during his 2023 Marvel live stream event regarding the series, one of his goals was with X-Men 97 was to just get this right and really drill down to what I think the X-Men's always going to be about, which is just, we talk about the dream is social acceptance and social justice. Oh God, of course. Yeah. It's not about it was never about social justice.
No.
Not any of this SJW crap. My God. And this is where they get it wrong.
Child. Not them.
Yeah.
The future. They no longer matter.
Yeah. Precisely. Oh my God. Ray Lucard, isn't that why Wolverine wears yellow? To protect the kids? Yes. I think so. Yeah. That's right. Caution. Man playing with
breaking news. She-Hulk did try to make a pass on Wolverine, but she actually did sleep with Juggernaut, so that's why he said nope.
Yeah.
She slept with a lot of people, it seems like. But anyway, I digress. Iron Man, she slept with Tony, so that's holy.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, exactly.
Tony Stark. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So True Rock Creations. Logan is not as bad as Neelix. Neelix from Star Trek went after Kes. Oh my God. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh God, I know, right? God, that's just cringe as it is. I mean, Kes. Star Trek Voyager, super ages, basically. I think when they picked her up, she was like, I don't know what, like 3 or 4 or something like that. And Neelix is like, oh, yeah, I want to be with you, right? You'll be my, significant other, wife, or whatever it was, or something like that. It's like, dude, she's 4. Like, what?
Really?
Cringe. Well, yeah, because Kes, like her species super aged before. I don't know. She became transcendent or whatever it was there. That's why Voyager was a little weird. Yeah, it was going there. So, but he goes on to say, I think that can sometimes make certain people feel alienated, and for me, it's always going to come down to, I think, the X-Men, and what we're going to be trying to do with this series is talking about the power of empathy and how it can kind of heal these wounds that turn people against each other. He explains that thing like racism and bigotry don't just exist. There's a reason behind it that empathy can kind of help us connect and build those bridges where we can actually say, hey, we're all different, but we can have these little things that can still connect us. Oh, God.
Oh, so like an after-school special. Every episode's going to end with like, what did I learn today?
Yes, exactly.
No, this isn't about characters with superpowers being heroic. It's just about an agenda. It's about the message.
Yeah.
They've been persecuted their whole lives for being mutants, being different than others.
Exactly. And Blood Rod, thanks for dropping by, man. Really appreciate it. I'll catch you later, man. But no, that's exactly right. It's just we just want to sing Kumbaya and hold hands together and just be accepted. It's like, oh God.
Hands across America.
Yeah, exactly.
That saves the world. How is like, oh, there's a giant meteor hurtling toward the earth. What do? Let's talk about equality.
Right? Hurry, gather all the earthlings. If we all think about empathy and stuff at once, we can defeat the ultimate evil.
Oh my God.
Positive vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
It feeds off our negativity.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers will whisk it away.
Oh God.
They did that in Ghostbusters too, but it worked in that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right. It's the only time it ever works.
Right? I'll accept it there. That's it.
Oh my God. Yeah, the only time it ever worked. So, but it's oh geez. what are you doing to my boy? What are you doing? Jeez. But ultimately, how much of a spotlight Marvel will put on Morph's newfound gender identity remains to be seen when X-Men 97 slashes its way onto Disney Plus, basically in 1 month. This is it's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen.
You guys can call me Caitlin now.
Yeah.
That old name, call me. That's no longer me. I'm Caitlin now.
Yeah,
and it'll be interesting to track the number of subscription cancellations after that hits, or
yeah, exactly.
Like how many would consider that the last straw, or just yet one more straw?
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Big time. Wendy Trauma Warrior. Why is Marvel failing with such a wonderful message? I threw up in my mouth a little. God. But it's true. Jeez. Milton Copper, I hope Jonas from Ghostbusters 2 appears in Frozen Kingdom. You are a buzzing fly to him. He is Vigo, the Carpathian. Vigo. Oh my God. Jeez. Lost Wanderer, hey man, how many times do you think they will ask in the show itself? Why are they called why are they called the X-Men and not the X people?
Quiet, don't give them ideas.
It's too late. That's already been thrown out there like for about a year, I think now.
No.
Yeah, exactly. So Disney diversity for all useless. You are an actual dwarf. Then a normal actor can get your job, or a CGI cartoon and voice talent. Yeah.
Do they realize the X-Men was created to help fight against what they're talking about, against racism and stuff like that? That was the creation of they were accepting different people.
Yeah.
It was. Well, Stan Lee's, there have been plenty of quotes about Stan Lee saying that he originally didn't create the X-Men about that. It was just something that was alluded to later on, I believe, by Chris Claremont.
Yep.
But originally, Stan Lee just thought, okay, I can create a whole new crop of people with different superpowers, and I can sell more books.
But I don't mind the message of their different characters, and I was like, okay, that suits it, especially during the time of racial tension, way back when it was an actual thing in the 60s, 70s, around there, it was a thing. So fine. But now it's just, what the hell are they doing?
No, exactly. Lost Wanderer, X, they, thems to the rescue. Once we figure out who is the most oppressed current team member, so they can take the lead. Yeah, exactly.
Because it ain't going to be Scott.
No, exactly. Nope, because guaranteed, just like in this picture, it's going to be Storm.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing some posts out there, right? Especially on X, on Twitter, that's saying that Storm is actually the most powerful X-Men of the X-Men. It's like, no, she's not. No, she's totally 100% not. She's pretty powerful.
She did lead the X-Men at one time, though, for a while anyway. She was suddenly, so she is a badass, but the leader? No, I don't know.
No.
Yeah, no.
No, that would be like Jean Grey or Cyclops or...
Well, Jean Grey is one of the most powerful in the entire universe. Like, holy day, like she's scary.
Well, that's the thing, because Storm did lead the X-Men when Jean and Scott, Iceman, Beast, and Angel went and formed X Factor, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So Storm was the defunct leader for a while there, right? And then when they all came back out, when X Factor was finally, canceled, unfortunately, was pretty good comic, and I think at least, and they all went back to X-Men. Then when Jim Lee in the early 90s, around 1990, 91 or whatever it was there, when that comic was released, they had two teams. They had the gold team and the blue team, right? So Jim Lee took what was it, like Gambit, Psylocke, Wolverine, Rogue, and a few others. And Waltz Portasio, he had Colossus, Storm, and a few others, right? So they mixed it up. So again, she was the leader of the X-Men, of a particular team, basically, because they had two teams back then, right?
Yeah, when their roster of characters were expanding, they could divide up into different teams and tackle different objectives.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's why you ended up, especially in the new, in the early 90s, why you had X-Men, and then you had the Uncanny X-Men, But I mean, X-Men was, Uncanny X-Men was, the longest running title, of course, so for quite a long time. But that's why they split it up into two, because you had so many X-Men. And so, of course, you get the most capable to lead. But now it looks like she has a feminazi haircut, of course, But then again, back in the 80s, she kind of had that haircut anyway.
Yeah, I was about to say that could be a callback to the 80s style.
Yeah, she's had
that's
that
what I'm
for a
thinking
while.
too.
Yeah.
The punk haircut.
Yeah.
With the mohawk. I remember that.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty badass. So, True Rock Creations, is Marvel going to rewrite how the X-Men were created? Were they mutated by cell phone radiation? Yeah, more than likely.
That's that pesky 5G. That 5G is evil.
Exactly. Melted Copper. Yeah, Excalibur was a weird X title. It was.
I remember that. Yep.
It really was. Yeah. Unfortunately, it seems like the artist passed away recently too, that did Excalibur. So, and come to think of it, I can actually get the first issue next door. I can actually get a few copies of that. So, and I think I might pick that up. So, because I never really did read Excalibur. Yeah.
Amazing comic. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Because you had a Phoenix from the future that came back. She was kind of stuck. Rachel was Future Phoenix, which was Scott and Jean's kid. So as far as I remember, So, but it goes on. So, and it's RIP X-Men 97. As it's learned, the animated series will feature woke characters with Morph, who is described as non-binary, and that's not all. As it's also said, Morph has an interesting relationship with Wolverine, whatever that means.
That's the part that bothers me.
Yeah. Big time. Like, what in the hell?
Interesting relationship.
Don't.
By saying that, they're changing both of those characters then.
Exactly. Oh, my God. So the quote, again from Empire Magazine, the death of the shapeshifter Morph in the original animated series, it didn't stick, obviously, was shocking for young viewers. No, not really. And it stuck with DeMeo. He really sets the stakes, he said. And he had a very interesting relationship with the team because of trauma. This is a lighter take on the character who is non-binary and has an interesting buddy relationship with Wolverine. The character's past with Mr. Sinister, the show's villain, could also come into play. Well, it already did come into play.
Yeah, that was a whole plot line that you already talked about. Yeah.
Exactly. Right? Oh my God.
Did they even watch X-Men 97?
No.
No. They didn't watch it the same way they don't read comic books. They more than likely they more than likely hire interns like, here, read this comic book and then summarize it on a 3x5 index card for me.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much it. They read a Wikipedia entry or something like that.
Yeah, pretty
much. More than likely, it's safe to say that X-Men will be woke as fudge in Feig's live action MCU. Yeah, that wouldn't be surprising as well.
When they played the music during Miss Marvel, I cringed so hard.
Yeah,
and they're like, "You're kind of a mutant," and then they go, and I go, "Don't you play that here?
Yeah,
don't you play that right now?"
No, because what was it, Tom, that they mentioned? Yeah, they basically they slimmed down Rogue's butt.
Oh gosh, don't start me in that
for
part.
One.
Yeah, slim down her chest, her butt, everything. It's like, why? You can't be sexual as a character anymore? No. She looks more like a man now. Like, no,
apparently not.
She was like the perfect woman character.
She was hot. I'm sorry, Cartoon was hot. Yeah, Rogue was hot. So
that southern drawl and everything, like, yeah. Totally.
Well, they probably watered down the southern drawl as well, because we can't have characters from the south.
Exactly,
and Gambit will not be horny like he was in 97.
No. Exactly. No.
Gambit was pretty hyped up.
He'll be going after Morph.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll be
Morph
stuck in the love
looking good.
triangle with Wolverine and Gambit. And yeah, it'll be a love
Turn
triangle.
yourself into Rogue
Love
for me,
triangle.
Morph. I can't touch the real Rogue.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, here's $5 and a pack of cigarettes. Do it for me. So, God. Let's see. Lost Wonders is how many of the writers on this show know why Wolverine smokes a cigar most of the time? Exactly. They probably can't
and
answer
then
that.
the trailer, he's got a fucking toothpick in his mouth instead of a cigar.
I know, right? Oh, God. Melted Copper. Yeah, Rogue is supposed to be hot. It's the crux to guys wanting to touch her and the entire story. Exactly.
You ain't wrong.
Exactly.
That is part of it. You're not wrong. That is true.
I always question Rogue. Rogue is hot. Always been. Like, damn.
I mean, that's why Gambit took a gamble, right? All the time. You know, touching that candy that you really can't touch, but you want to
kiss
touch
me, you might die. Ah, it'll be worth it.
Yeah,
I don't care. I'll die happy.
Right?
Yeah.
But again,
I'll die a happy man. Exactly.
But this is one of the posts that DeMayo promises that we will see a badass Storm in X-Men 97. Storm is arguably one of the most powerful and dangerous members of the X-Men team.
Nope.
Like, no.
She should have wrote one of, but saying the most.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of, exactly. No, exactly.
Yeah. You know, she can control the weather. Okay, great. Yeah, you know,
Rogue is stronger than her.
Yeah.
Oh, big time.
Rogue can just fly up there and punch her in the face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cyclops let loose. Oof.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm saying again, Jean is probably the most powerful mutant maybe in history. So
Yeah.
And I mean, if anything, Storm has like low level telepathic abilities. Low level.
Yeah.
It's always been known, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Melted Copper. When Absorbing Man and Rogue just fuse together. Ooh.
They're gonna have to change him and be absorbing person.
Yeah, exactly. Absorbing what?
Yeah, absorbing amoeba.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So as we're carrying on, seeing how we're around the 1 hour mark, let's take a brief commercial break here and carry on with the rest. And that being said, I'm sorry if any of you got seizures right now. So.
Yeah, I want to buy those.
That was like a 90-second dance party. I was
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Having flashbacks of Blipverse from Max Headroom.
Yeah, exactly right. Oh, jeez, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah. So no, Storm is not. They're only going to make her more powerful because, you know, let's face it this way, because, you know, she's black.
Woman of color.
Exactly, she's a woman of color. That's the.
And I don't hate Storm. Storm is an awesome character.
Yeah,
but no.
But those check boxes aren't going to check themselves. This is
That's right.
Remember, we're probably dealing with DEI or whatever it is, diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Yes. Oh man, I'm just kind of wondering what it says here for Morph. I'm just gonna try to read this here. So 7 is Morph, who looks absolutely nothing like what he did in the original animation.
Looking like Voldemort.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, precisely it. And it's kind of nice that they bring back Bishop again.
Voldemort.
I'm okay with Voldemort. Oh my god. So it says the death of the shapeshifter Morph in the original animated series, it didn't stick obviously, was shocking to many young viewers, and it stuck with DeMayo. He really set the stakes, he said, and he had a very interesting relationship with the team because of trauma. This is a lighter take on the character who is non-binary and has an interesting buddy relationship with Wolverine. This character's past with Mr. Sinister, the show's villain, could come into play. Okay, yeah. So what we read basically earlier. So, God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, X-Men 97 revisits the iconic era of the 1990s. Well, apparently they're remembering the 1990s different than the rest of humanity, right? Yeah. As the X-Men, a band of mutants who use their uncanny gifts to protect the world that hates and fears them, are challenged like never before, forced to face a dangerous and unexpected future. The voice cast includes Ray Chase as Cyclops, Jennifer Hale as Jean Grey, Allison Seeley Smith as Storm, Cal Dodd as Wolverine, P.K. Karliak as Morph, Lenore Zahn as Rogue, George Busa as Beast, AJ Locascio as Gambit, Holly Chow as Jubilee, Isaac Robinson Smith as Bishop, Matthew Watterson as Magneto, and Adrian Hugh as Nightcrawler. I wonder if they're going to keep at least a German accent on him. Probably not.
No, because that could be seen as problematic.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Lost Wanderer Storm probably got a Wakanda update. Wait for that. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, yes.
Exactly.
I mean, doesn't she marry Black Panther in one of the comics or something?
I think so. Yeah, I believe that was a storyline.
Yeah.
So it could happen.
And even that got off the rails, like later on. Yeah. Oh, God. So, Tree Rock Creations. Bombs are problematic and triggering, especially when mentioning World War II. Yeah, that's true. So, God. But yeah, this is why you keep hard media all the time.
Yeah,
and if you
VHSs, they're probably not even rewound. Probably have to rewind them all.
Please be kind and rewind.
Yeah,
that's right. Go down to your local Blockbuster and see if it's still available. Oh wait,
I miss Blockbuster.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, right? God. You know what? And if you guys out there can go, like, say, on eBay or find them at a garage sale or something like that, or even sitting there gathering dust in a comic book shop or something like that, rescue them.
I think it's on DVD too. I think it's on DVD too. So
I hope so. Before Disney got involved.
Yeah.
You know, keep them. So, or perish the thought. I go ahead and say this, but download it on a torrent or something like that. Maybe not that I'm
doing it now.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
I want to rewatch it again. So
yeah, precisely. Let's see. Mother Copper Shock Nightcrawler is an atheist now.
Oh,
no, probably not.
That would be a huge change to his character.
Oh God,
that would be
why would that surprise me? Yeah, God Almighty.
Against big part of his character. Yeah.
Event Progenitor. Thank you to whoever gifted me a sub. Well, that would be Wendy Trauma Warrior. That gifted 5 Comic Relief Crusader membership subs. So you got her to thank about Progenitor. So there you go. Now you know.
Quick thing, just on the side note, I sent you a picture in the Facebook thing. You can share that before this article's done. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Say no more.
Say no more. Say no more.
I will. Oh, yes. Yes, I will try to share that. Because now I have to go back on Facebook.
That is so sorrowfully missed. Like, seriously.
It is. I know, right? Yeah, so Bo DeMayo. Yeah, he's got egg on his face when this comes out. I'm not going to lie. So, serves as head writer. Episodes are directed by Jake Castrera. Basically a bunch of guys that I don't care about. Kevin Feige, of course, that's basically going to, ruin everything about this, and I'm wondering if I should even bother playing the trailer. God.
By the way, if anybody's wondering, I did own it at one point, but I did lose them. So nah.
The Gambit and Wolverine team up part is the coolest part of the trailer. When Gambit powers up Wolverine's claws, that part's pretty sweet. But, Other than that, I don't know. I don't remember much in the trailer.
But isn't there a problem with that though?
Well, like this,
I mean,
I don't know. What
I mean, his claws are kind of connected to his skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
And now
antimaterium might help shell it, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, don't forget he has a super healing factor too, so it might not bother him per se.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, right? Because it's like kinetically charged.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his attack with the claw is probably going to explode when he hits something.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then no more no more claws. And probably like no more Wolverine. So
until he regenerates.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
Because he's got that.
You know, and then of course they just had to slim her down. But
yeah, look at that.
I know, right? That's why every teenage boy was like, yeah.
Yummy.
But it's true. It's so true. Yeah, yes. That would still hurt Wolverine a lot. Exactly. It would. 100%. You know, and that would take him a long time to regenerate. I'm not going to lie. So, but yeah, no, it's
and the main part of the article, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this right now, and this is just my opinion. He's not a thing. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Say it louder.
Non-binary is not a thing.
No, it's not. No. So, but let's see. He heals, but getting your hands blown off would be a thing 300 could make you use to that pain. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It would take him quite a while. So let's see. Event progenitor. Disney needs to hire Dylan Mulvaney.
No.
Oh no!
Don't give them ideas.
God, yeah.
Don't give them ideas.
Exactly.
Sponsored by Bud Light.
Oh God, no!
It'll be like they'll show Wolverine drinking a beer, but it'll be a Bud Light. My new beer, bud.
Yeah,
I noticed they're trying to step back. They're trying to distance themselves from that now. They're trying to do manly stuff again. I noticed.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. They're trying to do damage control, but I think it's a little too late.
Yeah,
it is. It is. But
done.
But going back to what Pop Culture Republic said, Stan Lee and Chris Claremont didn't always intend the X-Men to be woke.
Right.
And if anybody says that
woke wasn't even a thing when X-Men was invented.
No,
it wasn't.
I just came across a Stan Lee interview from 1977 where he was talking about some of that.
Yep. Because it wasn't about that. It was about a world that feared them because of their powers, because of the mutant gene, because they would, like ordinary people would be afraid that, what if these, because let's face it, the word mutant does not exactly carry a positive connotation in mind, right?
No.
Like in the X-Men movies, like one of the first scenes, like the guy's like, there's a little girl, they're talking about Kitty Pryde, that can run through walls. Who's to say she won't just run into a bank vault with that power, steal a bunch of money? You know what I mean? So they're talking about the negative ways you can use the power for evil and bad and shit. Yeah.
They go to the negative first before anything. Yeah. Which scares people.
And technically, it is a legitimate concern.
Yeah, I was a little mistaken. The 1977 Stan Lee interview was about Spider-Man, why he's just a regular guy.
And
still, kind of interesting.
How's it going, man? Nice to see you. And the perfect one to be commenting on, comics, especially. When I was 16, I was 16 years old in 1997. Non-binary wasn't even in the common vernacular. Exactly.
It was created in the last 20 years. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh my God. Let's see. Lost Order. Fun side note: Chris Claremont wrote with George Lucas the Willow trilogy that takes place after the movie. Oh, interesting.
Hopefully not that TV show, though.
No, exactly. Event progenitor. The call was to take over the industry. Was in 2 live-action movies. You watch it, you can see hints of the woke in that. It's slightly here and there, yeah. And James Caserta, hey, nice to see you, man. To Magneto, it does, yeah. True.
Yeah, Iceman's parents, they're like, couldn't you try not being a mutant? It's
yeah, exactly. Right.
I see what you're saying there. You're not really talking about X-Men, are you?
Yeah. Let me try. No, not happening. God. But I'll make $1 million selling ice cream and other frozen confectionaries. So, but no, yeah. Oh God, I love Rogue. So. Now, here's the thing, because, like it says, Stan Lee and Chris Claremont didn't intend the X-Men to be woke, okay? So, in the news about X-Men 97, and I know we're talking about this in great length, but turning Morph into a non-binary propaganda piece, the internet's been set ablaze with arguments over whether the X-Men were always intended to be woke. Newsflash, they weren't. So while Stan Lee's intentions have been discussed quite a bit, not many people are discussing the iconic Chris Claremont era when analyzing the wokeness content and whether it's always been this way, as SJWs are trying to say. However, much like Stan Lee's words, Chris Claremont never intended the X-Men as some kind of LGBTQ pride book. That's 100% true. It was always about, in a world that fears them, trying to prove that not all mutants are bad and that they are there to help humanity against mutants that want to use their powers for evil. It's a very simple premise.
Yeah, it's the same line of thought from Star Trek fans who come out and say, well, Star Trek's always been political.
Oh. Yeah,
it's like,
I know,
yes,
right?
it has, but not in the way you're thinking.
Exactly. Let's see, Melta Copper. This is why Rogue once again wasn't hot as Bryan Singer into Men. Didn't grasp Rogue's power as he likes boys. God, I've seen those tweets. Yeah, quite possibly. And you know what? I wasn't exactly impressed with Rogue in Bryan Singer's X-Men.
She doesn't do anything. She's just the first movie. She's a plot device, and then she's a background side character that just wants to get rid of her powers. Like she isn't even really a team member. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're a Rogue fan, you're not really getting much from those.
No, that's true.
No, the Rogue cut of that one wasn't too bad. They tried. If you're gonna watch the Rogue cut, though,
exactly,
the original one, it's like,
yeah. Hoja says, well, I guess they really can rewrite history. Congratulations. You're going to ruin this too. Exactly. They are.
They're not going to stop until all your favorite things are ruined.
Exactly. The first rumor that was easily debunked is that Stan Lee had Professor X and Magneto as an allegory for Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. I see that. And that the X-Men were meant to highlight the civil rights struggle in America in the 1960s. That is so untrue. No, it wasn't. Exactly. This was not true in the least, as the X-Men were simply created as another team book after the success of the Fantastic Four. Precisely.
Yeah.
Using a familiar formula of a group of men with one beautiful woman for them to pine over in what was simply another boys' action comic book in the superhero genre. Exactly. Exactly. Oh my God.
You introduce the classic trope of the love triangle. You have heroics going on. You have the classic good versus evil.
Yep.
Mind you, I'm going to say this. I always thought that at one point too. That's still not a bad message to look at. So it did cultivate through some people's minds. That's what it was trying to say, even though that's not what he intended.
No, precisely.
At most, it was an allegory, but it wasn't directly intended to be that.
No.
It's something that was so open, people could look at that and get different messages from it.
Yeah, but that's not a bad message compared to what they're trying to do now.
Right.
No.
Like,
what
true.
the hell?
True. So the civil rights allegory was never a part of the original script, but the civil rights allegory became talking points for Marvel during the 1980s and 1990s during Chris Claremont's tenure on the book. Well, I would even go as far as the 70s as well, because that was Chris Claremont's rise to fame right there in the beginning. So Stanley did not create the characters like this and Magneto to not be the villain, even though he eventually said, I did not think of Magneto as a bad guy. He was just trying to strike back at the people who were so bigoted and racist. He was trying to defend mutants, and because society was not treating them fairly, he decided to teach society a lesson. He was a danger, of course, but I never thought of him as a villain. Because Magneto, and this from Stanley's mouth, because the thing was, Magneto saw things from a different point of view as opposed to Charles Xavier, right? Mm-hmm. Charles Xavier came from the standpoint of, understanding, and thereby through understanding, not fearing, while Magneto was like, we shouldn't have to be pushed around anymore, like we're third-class citizens. Because Chris Claremont goes into his origin, about how he was Jewish during World War II and the concentration camps and stuff like that. It was like, I'm not going to be bullied like my people were back in the concentration camps by totally fascist governments like the Nazis to exterminate, and I'm not going to take this anymore. And we need to not only protect ourselves, but protect ourselves by force if necessary. And so you had two completely different points of view, right? And the whole thing, whenever they tussled together, Xavier was trying to at least get Magneto to see his point of view, and vice versa. Magneto was always trying to see Charles Xavier's trying to make Xavier see his point of view, right? Yeah. And that's why it was a constant dichotomy all the time. One did it by force, one was trying to do it by understanding. So, yeah. Event Progenitor. Well, the expanding of X-Men was to save the original team, hence the two teams. Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, once you had Giant Size X-Men #1, where the new team had to save the old team. So great read, though. If you ever have the chance to read it, read it. So
I miss those giant size books.
I know, right? And the annuals, and all that kind of stuff. Man, Titan, hey, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Getting different meanings and interpretations from someone that used to be a sign of good art. But I understand that these SJWs wouldn't really know what that is exactly.
Right. Nuance, nuance and subtlety is lost on these people.
You've got to do better, Senator.
Yeah,
exactly.
Now it's just that.
Exactly. Oh,
our way of thinking or the highway. There's no other way to think about it.
Everything gets boiled down to a meme. It's the meme generation, the meme line of thought.
Remember, goldfish, was it the brain span of a goldfish, like a couple seconds, and then move on to the next thing. So.
Oh, God. Exactly.
Yeah.
Progenitor, Logan and Morph will be getting it on. Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
No. Stop. Don't.
Yeah.
No.
Let's get it on.
It's all right. I won't be watching it. I don't care.
James Caserta, Magneto thinks there's a higher purpose to their mutations, augmentations. Yeah, no, that too, as well. Homo superior. If you remember that phrase, that that's what Magneto thinks that mutants are, Homo superior, right?
Or the evolution of humans. Yeah.
Exactly. Right. So
we are the future, Charles. They no longer matter.
That's right.
One of the best quotes.
Yeah. Oh man, they were so good. So, but Stanley
Ian McKellen was a great Magneto.
He was too, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't like Fassbender as much as Magneto. I didn't.
He was okay.
Didn't feel those shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
well, that was shoes to fill after that. I didn't.
It's tough act to follow, though.
Yeah, it is very much. But I mean, I like this Magneto. Right? But Stanley designed Magneto as a leader of a group that called themselves the Brotherhood of Evil mutants in the original run.
Did they call themselves evil mutants too? I thought it was just the Brotherhood. They really went full like we're evil.
Yes,
okay.
yeah,
they did.
They
did.
didn't hide it. They're not hiding their intentions at all.
No.
No. But they're just.
But that was back when you could be evil.
Yeah, exactly. So
now it's like all sympathetic
it's
villains.
like it's more like just a little ambiguous. Like, what's their motivation? I'm sure there's a reason why.
Who hurt you as a child?
Yeah,
it'll be the Brotherhood of slightly miffed mutants.
Right.
Yeah. Could raise up to perturbed level.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I'm slightly annoyed. So, we should call us as the Brotherhood of Slightly Annoyed Mutants.
And we will offend you.
Yeah, exactly. Complete with my powers finger wagging. So
be careful, they will misgender you. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Stop that, or I'll wag my finger at you. I'm slightly perturbed. So
it might get up to miffed levels.
Yeah, exactly. Myth powers activate. Form of purple-haired feminist.
Oh my God, we gotta make this now. You gotta make this.
You will annoy us for the last time, Charles.
This is a good idea for a comic.
You and your bloody school of goody goodies.
You notice how it just took off all on its own, how we just started going joke after joke because this thing is so ridiculous. It just builds on its own.
It does. Charles, I'm slightly PO'd at you. You misgendered me.
Karen over here would like a word.
Oh my God. Form of Karen haircut. Oh
okay, I have ideas for some
skits now.
Oh my God.
His power is comparable to Banshees.
His Bree is too powerful.
Oh my God.
Exactly. Oh man. So,
there's an article here.
Be in the hospital right now, operating in somebody.
What's his name? SJW.
God, exactly.
The most powerful Omega mutant ever to live.
No, they've gone plaid.
Oh my God. You're culturally appropriating my Scottish background. Don't make me wag my finger at you. So, oh my God. But Stan Lee's later words are a retcon trying to make some kind of public relations out of the X-Men once the book became wildly popular under Chris Claremont's tenure. Magneto had nothing to do with Malcolm X, but the character and the Professor X were actually framed as after Jewish leaders David Ben Gurion and thank you. What he said, and Machem Begin. Now, Chris Claremont modeled the X-Men in a United Nations style world where the characters came from all over the globe, working together from different backgrounds and cultures. And as a progressive dream in the 1980s, it closely modeled Star Trek, where characters would have their cultures and yet be able to do more together. This was evident in the making of a character, a Russian like Colossus, like we've seen before, because everybody knows Colossus, or Nightcrawler, which was German, among many others, because you had Banshee that was from Ireland. Yeah, you had Nightcrawler from Germany. You had Colossus that was Russian. You had, that's also right, Siren, which was Banshee's daughter on top of that. Moira McTaggart, who actually, is not really a mutant, but, had a little bit of a romantic tete-a-tete, on occasion with Professor X. I believe she was Irish. And then you had Alpha Flight, which had mutants on their team, which were Canadian. So you had them from all over the place, right? And as usual, the idea that the X-Men were all about Black civil rights was very much overstated. True, right? It was about, look, if we as mutants can come together from all across the world and get together as a superhero team, then there's hope for humanity. right? So that's kind of how it was, more closely modeled to Star Trek, right? Because
perceived by fans a lot of times. Yeah,
exactly, right.
Yeah, from all this, it really seems like the biggest changes to the X-Men came from Chris Claremont when he took over and started just kind of changing things, kind of the way he wanted it.
Yeah. Event Progenitor says, I wonder if they'll try the Storm Black Panther love relationship. Somehow wouldn't. Yeah, it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder if they're going to introduce some of the other MCU characters in there.
If they're going that direction, he would date, or she would date his sister, though.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Suri. So, Titan, new superpower is demanding to see your manager. Yeah, exactly. So, write it, guys. Yeah, okay.
I'm not joking. This would be amazing.
It would. So, the SJW men. There we go. Yeah, we'll do something like that. Milton Copper, a homeowners association X-Men comic is what you need. You can't put that RV at your house, sir. Yeah, exactly. Frig. Alpha Flight has North Star, the gay hero no one tries to write for over talking non-gay people out of character, changing them. Yeah, I mean, it came and it went with North Star. That's what you got from being from Quebec. But it wasn't. It was kind of a big deal at the time, but it came and it went, and it wasn't like constantly thrown in your face all the time. Not like everything is like nowadays, right? It didn't have to be. So, Titan, the new X-Person villain to be introduced will be called White Privileged. There we go.
That's the great protagonist. Yeah.
AKA Xavier. Did you see his mansion?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Why aren't you housing immigrants? You should be housing more migrants, Professor Xavier. So, you and your white privilege is just ruining society. Maybe you should just sell it and disperse all the money to the underprivileged or something like that. God. Hojo, it was initially about being a teenager and trying to fit in and being uncomfortable with your body. Yes, mutants were an allegory for puberty. Yeah, precisely. Because that's when their powers manifested around adolescence, when the body was changing and stuff like that. It just went a little bit step further, and mutant powers would happen, right? And yes, Hojo, you're totally 100% correct. So, James Concerto, mutants were mentioned as being the key to survival in a Trek animated episode. Oh, was it really? Interesting. I didn't catch that, so I should. Hojo also says, nowadays the X-Men would be disbanded because Charles Xavier would have to give over his wealth to pay for his fair share, and the school would be closed because New York is against school choice. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Because they're in Westchester. Yeah, Upper New York State. That's right. I forgot about that. So, oh my God. But, good old comic days, man. Man, it was like it was just so much fun reading it. I got like Uncanny X-Men 281 here. I got X-Men #1 right here also on top of that. I even got like this Punisher Wolverine crossover. This the African,
cool.
Yeah, the African Adventure one. So, or the African Saga one. It was
back when comic books were fun and entertaining. We can't have that now. No, fun has been outlawed.
Exactly. And it has the Punisher skull the way it's supposed to be on it. So for that.
Blasphemy.
Oh, gasp.
Yeah, exactly. Hojo says, I'm clipping what you just said. I was right, and I'm gonna play it for my wife. Thanks, Mike. No problem. To the wife of Hojo. He is right. 100%. Checks in the mail. Okay.
Enjoy the couch.
That's right. Schizophrenia also happens at puberty. Yeah, that's true. So Bring back the hologram and the foil covers, Marvel. Yeah. So, however, it wasn't about exploring deviant sexualities for either Stan Lee or Chris Claremont or Jack Kirby for that instance. Okay, because I'm going to throw Jack Kirby into that because if it wasn't for him, we would never have. Stan was more the idea man. Here's the thing, right? This is the way I see the whole Jack Kirby Stan Lee thing. Okay, Jack Kirby was the composer. Okay, with the art and the ideas and the costume design, and Stan Lee was more like the presenter, the DJ, right?
He would be not good way to put it. He'd be the Steve Jobs, the guy who's promoting everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Kirby was the creator. Yeah.
Exactly. Jack was the composer. Jack was, the classical musician, and Stan Lee was the promoter, the DJ, basically. And Chris Claremont just even expanded on that. You don't have stories like that now. So that, like everything else, came much later, and the woke elites rewrote the history to try to make it part of some LGBT movement, when a book that was very much geared towards underage readers was never the focus on such matters. 100% true. Chris Claremont himself confirmed this was when he was speaking at an LGBTQ themed convention in 2012 called FlameCon. Here, while trying to court and appeal to the rainbow flag audience, he told the attendees he didn't always intend for the X-Men to be a stand-in for the LGBT community, but he said, there's a space between every panel. You can go wherever you want. And who I am who am I to get in the way, right? It's like, okay, fine.
Talk about riding the fence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's basically use your imagination, right? But I'm writing the story. But you know what? If you want to see it that way, that's up to you.
And let me give my 2 cents quickly, if I can. I understand. Yeah. A person that's part of said community, it's okay if you can interpret it and take it, and you can still do it without sexualizing it. Simple.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah. And HKHC 2005. Where all my white women at?
White women at? Damn it, they're not at my house. Cry.
I know. I'm sorry.
That's the best way to enter a room.
I know, right?
Put your intentions out there right away.
Exactly. Do it at a feminist gathering too. Say that at a feminist gathering. See what.
That'd
be awesome.
I want to see what happens. 25 Karens turn around.
Oh my God! Yeah, you get all the attention you need. So, but yeah. So this is clearly stating the whole deviant, sexualized lifestyle was not ever considered part of the equation. That's right. It wasn't. Never was. Fans will go wherever they want with their thoughts, and he's not going to judge them for it. But Chris Claremont did not intend the X-Men to be woke. True, 100%. So, because that was, it's not the whole deal. X-Men was never about that, right?
No.
Simply boiled down, good guys versus bad guys. One point of view versus another. One trying to save mankind, one seeing themselves as superior to mankind and therefore should be ruled in the protection of mutant kind.
That's why I say X-Men is one of the best written ones, because it can be interpreted so many different ways.
Yeah, exactly.
And I like the plot of the first X-Men movie, because Magneto wasn't trying to kill all humans. He was just going to turn them all into mutants. He's like, you don't like us? Well, screw it. I'm just going to make all of you us. And you just have to deal with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Then see where your biases lie all of a sudden, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I got that point of view. That was the thing, right? It didn't have to be pushed. It's like they gave everybody's point of view equally.
Yeah.
And, here's one guy that, for all intents and purposes, he is Jewish.
And he didn't want to see the same thing happening to like his people, the Jewish people during World War II. And he didn't want to see the same thing repeat itself with mutant kind. And that's the angle where he's coming from. While Charles Xavier is like, look, hey, we have these powers. We can use it to benefit and protect mankind because I believe that all mankind is not evil. It's simple.
What did he say? He said in one movie, I've been at the mercy of men just following orders. Never again, Charles.
Yeah.
Never again.
Yeah, again, that goes back to subtlety and nuance and the message. Current crop of writers out there, we won't get that from them.
No.
They tend to be heavy-handed with the message.
Exactly.
Way too much. Yeah.
100%. Titan says the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants is too old school. Can we rename them to the patriarchy, led by a villain, straight white male, along with the Christian choir? Too on the nose. Yeah.
Well, the main villain is still white privilege.
Yeah,
exactly.
White privilege is orchestrating all the other villains into wreaking havoc.
Yeah. Exactly.
Even if he was raised by a single mother and poor, he's still white privileged,
That's right. That's right. My people, I have seen the future, and I need you to protest with your dollar bills and just donate to the patriarchy right now because the straight white male is struggling right now. It's struggling under the weight of mutant kind right now. And I need you to speak with your dollar bills and just donate to the cause. So, that's how it would go. That's the comic we should write now.
Awesome. Oh my God.
It is. So, oh my God. I loved Halle Berry as Storm. I'm just going to say that.
Oh, she was hot.
Oh, yeah. Totally
I love
hot.
when she just gave up on the accent and she acted so much better and more. It was so much easier. You could tell she wasn't struggling with that accent. Yeah.
No, she wasn't,
But
for somebody that's supposed to be from Africa, from Egypt or whatever it was, no accent whatsoever. I didn't care.
Last Stand was just such a terrible movie, though.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
Jeez. And then what they did with the whole Phoenix saga thing, like the last X-Men movie. Oh my God,
never even watched it. Never
watched it. Great, because I love the Phoenix story, but I was like, no, you ruined it.
Yeah.
They will never do that storyline right in a 2 or 3 hour movie.
They failed twice.
Too much. That's too much storyline to cram into a little movie.
Hallelujah, preach it, Crusader. Exactly. I just need you to give as many $5 super chats as you can give out there. Just like our buddy Christian Delorme, my vinyl revival. Can you have a revival here, people?
Let me just say one quick thing. On all of X-Men movies, I want to say one quick thing just came to mind. The Quicksilver scenes in there's quite
amazing.
Aren't they brilliant? Just so good. Like,
oh, dude. Quicksilver.
The time in a bottle scene in Days of Future Past. And then when he saves the mansion is amazing in Apocalypse.
Yeah.
That's like the best
those are usually the highlights of those movies.
Those are so good in so many ways. Man, I love it.
That's why if they bring him back in the new verse, I'd bring that actor. I think he did it perfectly. He played it.
They had him come out in WandaVision as like a joke version, but I want to see him really come back as Quicksilver though, for sure.
You know what my favorite scene was with him? When he grabs the dog to bring it outside of the mansion right as it's exploding. It's like, oh my God, I love that one scene.
And the pizza, the floppy pizza in the dog's mouth.
They did that scene. How many years ago was that made? But yet Flash couldn't do a scene set very similar. They had
exactly right.
CGI babies in microwaves. What the hell is going on?
Horrible,
I know, right? Oh God, I know. But now, as Morph gets rewritten as non-binary, this is a completely new phenomenon by the new cult in Hollywood trying to convert everyone, including kids, into these lifestyles. Wokeism is a religion, and they consider anyone who disagrees with the heretics like this is why people like Stan Lee and Chris Claremont were so careful when around these groups to tiptoe around these subjects, but none of these characters were ever meant to be gay from the beginning, let alone further down the path of mental illness. So, yeah.
Storm will definitely be lesbian in the X-Men 97.
Oh, God.
yeah,
Because then she'll tick all the boxes. She'll be perfect right there where they need her to be.
Yeah. Please, no.
You don't need no man.
Yeah, exactly. She's strong back woman. So
she the Storm.
You can't see it, but I'm doing the inverted Z.
Yep.
Right. Yep.
Exactly. So because I'm every woman. So well, no. And even if I did, I'd be in.
Just be careful. They might change her to every woman man. So who knows?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You can't tell nowadays until you try to fondle their jumbly wumblies underneath. So hey, I don't want to be a bigot. Anyway. So, Milton Copper. Yeah, since Iceman is now gay, does this alter Spidey and his amazing friends now? Yeah, that's right. From the early 80s, Spidey and his amazing friends with Firestar and Iceman and Spidey. So, for all we know,
probably will.
A very true love triangle. So, yeah, because Spidey don't need Mary Jane anymore. No, exactly, right? Oh man. So FKHC, they did the Phoenix Saga on X-Men cartoons. It's the best we've got. Yeah, that's true. 100%. It is.
But it's something that takes many episodes to tell. I can't just tell in one film.
Right.
Like Pop said, like you said, it's no. That's a long.
No, if you want to go all the way, like bring in the Shi'ar Empire and Xavier's love interest at the time.
Yes, Lilandra.
Yep.
Could do that. Bring that in. So, I mean, there's so many things.
I want them to take a long break from the Phoenix. They've tried twice. Give it like 10 years and then go try it again. But it's just
they failed both times.
Yeah, they failed twice in a short period of time.
But
leave it rest for a while. Do some other amazing X-Men stuff. There's plenty of other stories to go to.
Yeah,
100%.
Like 50, 60 years worth of storylines that they will probably ignore.
Oh, of course. Days like do a proper Days of Future Past. God, maybe Executioner's Song.
I was about to say, what were the big storylines in the 90s? It was Executioner's Song. There was Legion or something.
Legion, that was another good one. Trying to remember. Ooh, you know what?
Onslaught.
You could bring back Onslaught.
That's exactly what I was
thinking of.
Yeah.
That would be a cool character to see in on screen.
That would be huge. Yeah, Age of Apocalypse. That was a good one.
House of M, even.
House of,
touching on Scarlet Witch, wishing away all the mutants.
Yeah, because now that X-Men and Scarlet Witch are back all together with Marvel, they could properly do that.
Yeah,
that's if they say Scarlet Witch is Magneto's daughter. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are Magneto's kids or not.
Exactly, that's the big part.
That's true. That'll be interesting.
Because they danced around that in the MCU, and then they said, "Oh no, they were, then they weren't, and then they could be." It's like, make up your minds.
Yeah, remember when they couldn't call them mutants? We have a couple enhanced on the field.
Right.
They're
enhanced. Well, that's when you bring in the multiverse, because technically she's dead now in the current film one. So,
that's true.
Yeah.
Let's see. What about villains? Omega Red.
I want to see Omega Red so bad.
He would be good for Wolverine. He'd be a good counter for Wolverine.
Exactly.
Maverick, I think, is another one. God, let's see.
One I don't remember really getting utilized much. Maybe I'm not remembering right. Mr. Sinister.
Oh,
he gets mentioned. He gets mentioned here and there. We've mentioned him today, but I don't really remember that much. Yeah.
Exactly.
And then I think at the end of one of the Wolverines, they show a case with all the different like tubes of blood or whatever, and it's like Essex Corp, and that's
yeah. Oh, that'd be awesome. Let's see. Yeah, Onslaught would be the finale to a trilogy. Yeah, I can see that happening. I would like to say, if it were up to me, some of these Marvel MCU movies need to be R-rated. Yeah, I agree. So,
have they ever announced, is Deadpool going to be at rated R?
Supposedly there's going to be a Red Band trailer, and if there's a Red Band, then there is an R-rated version of the film.
Yeah, there has to be. It has to be.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. We're gonna get 3 Fantastic Fours. Phoenix Saga. That would be nice to see that.
Well, we're never going to get a Kirby accurate Fantastic Four.
No.
Just like we didn't get a Kirby accurate Eternals.
Ooh, yes. That's another one. I still loved Inferno. That was a good storyline. Yeah. Man, I would love to see that happening.
Sadly, all the stories we're mentioning aren't going to happen. They just don't care. They don't read the comics, remember? So
no, they don't. So and that's the thing, because that video that was leaked a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
No, we don't want anybody that actually read the stories. So
man, I wonder if that really is Dr. Doom in the Deadpool trailer too.
That's all.
There's the guy on the tank with the mask on, and we were theorizing that might be Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
And then there's the Secret Wars comic that's in the trailer that's on the ground.
Yep.
Oh, man.
I mean, you could do E for Extinction. You could probably do that. You could probably do that one graphic novel that they did, X-Men God Loves Man Kills. You could probably do that.
I kind of remember that one.
Yeah, that's like early 80s, I think, like 83, I think it was. Let's see, the Brood Saga. You could
that's
that.
right.
Yeah, the Brood. You
could
totally do that. So I would expect that would be awesome. If you want to really try to do CGI and aliens, right? Because that's kind of, I suppose, how the Brood were kind of designed, because the popularity of Alien that came out and whatnot, because they do have that slight H.R. Giger kind of feel to it. Bring the Brood.
And then that one shot of Wolverine right in the midst of the Brood, clawing his way out of them.
Yeah, I think so. Go for it. Days of Future Past, you see an older Wolverine, that'd be okay with that. Let's see. God, I'm trying to remember what else. Yeah, Age of Apocalypse. I think we kind of already mentioned that. That'd be kind of okay. I wouldn't mind that. Let's see. God, what else? I mean, there's so many to pick from.
I know. I mean, this is all wishful thinking on fans' parts, because we all know we'll never get it as long as Disney owns Marvel, and
100%.
Yeah,
maybe not as long as Sony owns their bit of Marvel, because why would they even bring in Secret Wars?
Well, exactly. Right.
Because if I'm remembering right, Secret Wars is where Peter Parker gets the black costume, which turns out to be the Venom symbiote.
Exactly.
And they already messed that origin up.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. So many times. God. What about the Phalanx Saga, where when a disease was killing everyone? Yeah.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
That one. That's
I remember
a good
that.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That freaking kicked ass.
I
So
think there's rumors that Cassandra Nova might be in there too, like in Deadpool or something.
Oh, interesting.
That's a villain that haven't done yet.
No, there isn't. God, yeah, because I mean, we sort of kind of got Apocalypse.
Oh goodness. FKH mentioned one. Mojo from the
that's what I want.
Yes.
Mojo.
Yeah.
Long Shot. I just remembered the Long Shot, because he was like a refugee or an escapee from Mojo World.
Yep.
All these amazing ideas, and yet we get Madam Web.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh my God. Oh geez.
All right. So if there were like 1 million fans and we chipped in like $10 each.
Yep.
Wow.
And hail,
10 million.
How's it going, man? Yeah. Yeah. Mojo World. Do it. Yes,
and that would introduce Longshot. He was with the X-Men for a short period of time.
Yep. Ooh, yeah, Shatterstar's in Deadpool 2. Interesting.
And he's going to be in Deadpool 3 because he got brought back after the time travel. He's in the trailer as well.
I shall call you Tim. Hello, Tim.
Tim the Enchanter.
Tim the Enchanter. Let's see. Oh, God. What other villains? There are just so many. God.
Mephisto.
Yep. I don't know about bringing Sabretooth back. He's kind of been done, I suppose. And I want to, and I want Omega Frost. Omega Frost. Sorry, I'm thinking Omega Red. Put back Emma Frost back as a villain.
Yeah. January Jones was so hot as Emma Frost in First Class. Oh my lord.
Part of the Hellfire Club. Just put it back.
Yeah, she was fantastic. I hated that they just had her die off screen in Apocalypse. That's one of the most frustrating things. Oh yeah, Emma Frost is dead and dealt with. It's like, how? That's like a whole movie in itself. Show me how she died.
Exactly. I didn't mind what's his face that played Black Tom Cassidy in First Class. Friggin' Bacon.
Oh, Kevin Bacon. Yeah.
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, I liked him.
I didn't mind him. So playing that.
Yeah, he was good. He was hamming it up as a villain. He looked like he had fun.
Oh, totally. Nimrod.
Yeah, like the Super Sentinel, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one to freaking have. Jeez. I mean, incredible strength, energy projection, the ability to adapt to any situation, the Sentinel from the future. So
he's like a Terminator, like
exactly.
Terminator specifically for X-Men. I like it.
Yeah. Let's see, Mother Copper. Yeah, Madam Web is Sony, and if they're making villain movies, why isn't Kraven and Venom in the future scenes doing evil? Could have saved that movie some. Because Kraven sucks, and that movie's coming out. Venom, I don't know.
Honestly, I keep forgetting about Kraven. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, the Rhino. He's gonna fight the Rhino.
Yeah,
he gave it away.
God. Man, but let's see. God, who else?
That's why I was saying, as long as Disney and Sony owns these characters, we're not going to get something that will really satisfy fans.
That's right.
Come on, Musk, buy them out, Musk.
Yeah.
I think No Way Home was like the last great thing.
Strife, but then again, that's more of a New Mutants X-Force kind of thing. But I suppose I'd be okay with Strife.
Strife would be cool. Have the Marauders.
Yeah.
I mean, slowly you could work through the roster of X-Men characters, and then you could introduce like New Mutants, X-Force, Excalibur. I mean, I just remember going to a comic book store in the early 90s and seeing like one bookshelf almost from ceiling to floor with X titles.
Yeah.
There was like a glut of X titles. So no shortage of material there.
No. Bring back like Madeline Pryor, or bring back like maybe the Ganosian Magistrates, or something like that. Or,
Madeline Pryor with Mr. Sinister would be a good 1-2 punch.
Yeah. Or the Shadow King, or Spiral. I would love to see Spiral from Mojoverse too. On the subject of Mojo. Frig. That'd be awesome. God, I mean,
and then you could start working the team ups like X-Men with Avengers.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. Frig, Deathbird, Lilandra's sister and the Shi'ar Empire. Do some spacefaring stuff. If they brought back Destiny, of course, they'd have the whole, the whole gay thing going on with Mystique, of course, but
what's funny? Just a quick note: everybody here is discussing actual good storylines. I can imagine what a writer's room of what they're currently doing. Let's just put something together.
Yeah, exactly.
Bunch of bullshit on a whiteboard, and then somebody wears a blindfold and throws a dart.
Exactly. I was about to say it's like 3x5 index cards on a whiteboard, and just throw some darts at it.
It's like the She-Hulk writing room at the end of that show. Like, it's literally like that.
Yeah,
they're making a
you
joke
guys
about
had-
it, but it's probably
guys
true.
In 10 minutes, you guys have created with 10 times better ideas than they have like in the last how many years? So,
oh god, yeah.
What about the Savage Lands? Like that was cool in the animated show. Like bring out the Savage
Yeah.
Lands.
Yeah,
Fucking
I was about to
dinosaurs and shit.
I was about to say that. Sabretooth's power, yeah, kind of like Wolverine. Healing power and being savages. Fuck. So yeah, Savage Land. I want to see Sauron, for example. You know, I mean, dude sucks the life force from anybody and he turns into a freaking humanoid pterodactyl. You know,
I mean, how epic would that be to see in live action? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that would be amazing.
I would want to see
Omega
that.
Red could zap life energy out of people. That's why he was a good counter to Wolverine.
Yeah, you know,
let's have Peter Jackson direct it. He did King Kong with dinosaurs and shit. Let's see it. Let's see your superheroes.
Totally. But yeah, I mean, all in all, I don't think this is going to go over well, you know, especially with like, you know, true blue X-Men fans and, you know, and this whole stupid friggin', you know, no, he's got to be by. Oh, and Gap After Dark. Yeah, well, but guess what? I just woke up, but I'm going to rewatch the show.
Yay, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, you made it near the end.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
There's
so
always
there
the
you go.
rewind.
That's right. So, but I'm glad you're here, man. So it's all good. At least you got much needed rest. Let's put it that way. So, FKHC, yeah, just wait until 2050, 60 when a lot of these Marvel stuff is owned by us, the people. That's right.
Eventually.
Like I said,
Gosh, such a long time to wait for creativity to be allowed to happen again.
I know, right? Because like I said in a video 3 weeks ago, 10 years from now, Superman becomes public domain, and then after that,
this is why we're getting stuff like Comicsgate and all these independent artists and creators striking out on their own.
Yep, that's right. Because after that, it's going to be Wonder Woman and Batman and Joker and stuff like that. And then imagine all of you people out there that got some actual chops for writing or for making art. You can make your own Superman comics. You can make your own Batman comics. You can, you know, and make them the way they were actually supposed to be, right? True blue to the original. And then, you know what? Yeah, like in 2050 and 2060, when all the Marvel stuff. Well, actually, no, believe it or not, because things like Namor and the original Human Torch, right? The android one, and Captain America. That starts, yeah. Oh God, yeah. Namor. Those actually come up for public domain sooner than you think, because remember that was under Timely Comics, right? Captain America and Namor and the Human Torch, the original Human Torch, and stuff like that. That goes into public domain very, very soon. On top of that, too. So hey, you know, like I said before, get those pencils warmed up, and if you got a thing for writing, do it, because once it becomes public domain, they can't do a thing about it.
Just give us more Lobo the Duck. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I haven't stopped thinking about Lobo the Duck.
I can't get out of bed. I want that movie.
My God, exactly. So
I would watch a movie for that today. Like if there was a Lobo the Duck animated movie available somewhere, I would put that on immediately.
100%.
Oh my God, yes, totally. Well, before we go, I want to say, first of all, thank you to Wendy Trauma Warrior that gifted 5 Comic Relief Crusader memberships. Wendy, thank you very, very much. And Christian Delorme, that I'm going to tally this up. 1, 2, 3, 4. That gave $22 in super chats.
Way to go!
Rapid fire.
Well done. Guys, thank you very much. And everybody out there, enjoy the memberships. And, you know, and if you haven't gotten a membership by Wendy, well, then I believe there is a little bit of a link that you can click on to get your membership from Wendy if you haven't gotten it already. So, you know, and I thank you, everybody, for being out there today listening in. And please, I hope that you can, you know, spread the link and join these guys that are on the panel as well, because you know what, without these guys this show doesn't happen, and without you guys participating in the chat, the fun just doesn't happen in this. I mean, what can I say, right? You know, you guys,
make
like
sure
I said
you have
before,
your little membership tab on so that if a free membership does happen, you don't get passed by. So yeah, while you're just hanging out, you might get a free membership. So it's always good to hang out in the show, and you never know.
I know. Melted, yes, it's ending. It's like over 2 hours. So
yeah, this is like the fastest 2 hours of the week.
It really went by today, especially X-Men talk. It went by quick.
For me, it was just like sitting in my local comic book store with my friends at the time, just chilling out, chatting and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like
we used to have
the
one
good old days.
Yeah, good old Stan, listening to Stan talking, and I don't know if you remember that place, Mike. Good old Stan, Sorcerer's Stone.
Sorcerer's Stone, yep. Man, oh man, I miss that place. Jeez. But yeah, that's why thanks to Ledrod, I came up with the name on the back of the t-shirt that you know, the 2 hour show that feels like 6 minutes. So
100%.
There you go. So Appian, what do you got going on?
After the show ends in like an hour, I'm gonna watch Beer Fest with Padawannabe and maybe some other people. He's never seen it before. We're kind of going through all the Broken Lizard movies, and he hasn't seen pretty much all of them. So it's cool to watch some of my favorite comedy movies with someone that's never seen them, you know, and get that reaction from them. Because Beer Fest is a great comedy. If you guys haven't seen it, I definitely recommend watching that. And we're gonna watch it together, and we'll have the link and everything, so you can watch along with us. And then later on the week, two guys talking, maybe, hopefully, if Rocco's health is all good, because we had to skip last Saturday's show because of health reasons with him and stuff. Don't want to tell his whole business, but yeah. So hopefully everything works out and we can keep doing our weekly shows. But other than that, you'll find me here on Comic Relief Show, maybe on some other panels, you never know, and then playing some video games. And that's it. Thanks again.
Well, Rocco, if you end up listening, I hope you're feeling well, man. Really, really do. Honest to God.
So, going through some stuff.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Hope things turn out well.
Yeah, totally. And there's Appion's chat, so go check him out. That's him. Mr. 2000.
That's me.
Mr. 2000.
That's right.
It means 2000.
It's you, Appion.
Hey, yo, Adrian, I got 2,000 subscribers.
You.
That was a terrible impression. Never doing that.
Gab After Dark. Here, Mike wants you to spread a seed. I mean,
like Ego from Guardian.
You
seed on every planet.
Spread it far and wide so my seed can spread to everyone out there. So that's
gonna be more.
Keep that to yourself.
Exactly. That's why my right elbow is frigged up. So anyway, and Wendy, you're welcome. You're welcome. I
thought that went by us. It did not.
No, it did not. So, Wendy Trouble Warrior says, "You're welcome. I want this channel to succeed. You're gaining fans from the surgical staff as well. Thanks, Wendy. I really appreciate it. Oh, and Wendy, I forgot. Yeah, I was gonna bring you on today for more tales from the trauma ward. I totally forgot. So
Wendy has the best stories.
She does. Wendy, I am terribly sorry about that. I 100% forgot. So
we got caught up in X-Men discussion because that was a deep dive right there.
Yes,
it was. Wendy, if you want to do it on Friday or next Tuesday, let me know. So yeah, totally, 100%. Sorry, Wendy. I really, really am sorry about that. Tom.
Hey, everybody. How's you doing? All right. What are we doing now?
What do you got going on?
I'm actually doing photography, doing headshots. So the career is starting to take off a little bit. Yay.
Oh, good.
I might, and I'm not copying yours, but you gave me an idea. Maybe I might add gaming because I used to be a streamer. I don't know. Would add gaming to the podcast channel be okay? I don't know. I used to stream myself. I had a separate channel, Dragon Thomas, but I don't know. It's just
I don't do the numbers my podcasts do, but I still just like to do it because if I'm playing the game anyways, I might as well just throw it up on the channel, you know?
That's what I figured. I love gaming, and I'm being again and stuff. And I'm still trying to find the technicality of broadcast mirroring my phone to the channel so I can interact with my AI. So it's in the works. I've got some friends helping me how to do that. So that's in the works for having an AI human podcast, and the puppet one will be brief ones, and myself still working on stuff. But it's the technicality things right now. Oh, the technicality.
That's cool.
But it's in the works. It's in the works. So,
and if you want to check out Tom's channel, there is the link right there. That's out in the chat. So yes, he does have a channel. Gap.
A new one. Foggy Brain still exists, even though I don't post on there anymore. So
exactly.
Yeah.
New channel every week.
I know.
Get it while it's hot.
Oh, and tonight I am going to be luckily invited again on Manorama, so stay tuned for that as well. I'm lucky to be.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Well. Exactly.
Oh, and yeah, Dark Helmet. It will be me. I will be Tom if you're here.
There we go. Yeah, you're not a Tom. And Pop Culture Republic.
Oh, yes. Let's see. My upcoming Wednesday night live stream. I believe I will be going back to the topic of AI art because there have been a number of new articles come out that I kind of want to touch on. A lot of interesting things to discuss because we've hit the point where the genie is well out of the bottle. We've reached the point of no return. AI art is out there, whether you like it or you don't. Yep. We might as well just find some way of existing with it, no matter how you feel about it. If you hate it, like a lot of us do, it is something interesting though to look at. It's something crazy out there. It's like I said, one of the articles I came across was text to video, which is just downright scary when you think about the implications of it. So that would be my Wednesday night stream. I'm continuing on my Saturday afternoon comic book stream. I've already decided I will go back to the glorious gimmick covers of the 90s for this upcoming Saturday stream. So that will be fun.
Awesome. Oh, man. There's so many. There's a whole
everybody was doing them.
Oh man, I know, right? You know what I found? What was it last week? It was by John Romita Jr. It was like another Punisher War Journal comic, but it was like die cut.
Oh yes.
Yeah. And I'm looking at it, it's like, oh my god, I totally 100% forgot about this. And man, I'm thinking about grabbing it, but oh my god, I'm like, geez, I'm buying so many comics nowadays.
Fortunately, they're not worth a lot, so you can go to like your comic book store's discount bin, dollar bin, and find some die cut, foil embossed, hologram, chromium cover.
Yeah.
Etched foil 3D, what have you,
every gimmick that's ever existed.
Yes,
exactly, right.
And don't forget, was it May the 4th? I don't know if it's in the States, but here in Canada we have May the 4th, which is free comic book day. Comics go even cheaper on that day. So which is always awesome.
Right.
Phantom Menace is going to be back in theaters that day, y'all.
Oh god, that's right too. Yeah, 25th anniversary or whatever.
Jar Jar Binks on the big screen. Everybody's been waiting.
I already seen it. Yeah.
I remember when that came out in the theater the first time. I was actually standing in line at the theater just to get tickets.
That's right.
I haven't missed one Star Wars film in theaters. I can say that. Even the originals.
I stood in line.
Did you see the movie Fanboys?
Yes.
Yeah.
The whole movie, they're trying to sneak in and see the cut of Phantom Menace, and then like by the end of the movie, when they actually watch it, they're like, "This movie fucking sucked." Like the whole quest was pointless.
It was so good. Oh, jeez. And folks. So if you want to know later on tonight on Rank Steve's channel, Tom and I will be on Manorama, which you can only see on Rumble because it's a not YouTube thing. So just to let you know.
Mike, don't forget about your phone. Keep your phone on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'll keep my phone on. So for all of you guys out there, exactly, that's what's vibrating. It's my anticipation for being on Rank Steve's channel. So so just so you guys know, later on tonight at 8 p.m.
No, you know what? I'm going to have to say 7 p.m. Pacific, which would be technically, 10 o'clock Eastern, will be Manorama over on Rumble. So I will be on, Tom will be on, and we'll be talking about manly things, doing manly stuff. So just to let you guys know.
The manly men, yeah.
That's right. We're only manly men hang out, and where we make fun of particular types of other type of people, kind of like what we do on Super News. So that being simps and stuff like that, and where they go horribly wrong and stuff, and where they deserve our ridicule, for the love of God, be men. So that being said,
jump on that.
On
Let me just say this too. It's funny if talking about Simps. Mandy Rose, she used to be a wrestler.
Right,
she retired.
right.
She started her OnlyFans, Family Fans. One guy paid $55,000 to her.
55,000. Oh my God.
That's the ultimate Simps. Like, what the hell?
You stupid simping
Can you even
bastard.
use that for a tax write-off?
Prawn is free online, but
yeah, right.
Like,
you think of it as a donation, right? To idiots. So,
I mean, she made millions. Good on her. I was a fan of her as a wrestler, but yeah, no.
Yeah, exactly.
This
and
job
that's right,
requires
Cap.
a lot less work.
Manorama. So check out Manorama over on Rumble at Reiko Steve's channel. So the link is in the chat right there. And Theta Zoid. Hey, I'm a new member. Thank you for whoever gifted me a membership. I appreciate it so much. Well, thank you for being a new member here. I really appreciate it. And this is one of my channels. Thank you again for the gifted membership, Wendy Trauma. I appreciate it so much. Love and blessings. Well, love and blessings to you as well. So nice to see you here.
We have a giving, loving community. They're all great people. Seriously,
we do.
Yeah.
And we have the best idiots that are in this chat, because you like us on this panel, we are all idiots that just make this fun. That's what it's all about, right? Having fun with it, right? Because where else are you going to get super they them men and
bug self
exactly, and warring against the white supremacists.
Keep on. I'm going to change my screen icon to Archie Bunker and say, "Grow up."
Yeah, I loved Archie Bunker. Classics.
So that being said, check out everybody's channel on here, and on Friday, make sure you return for Frantic Fridays, and we'll do the whole same thing again, where you ease into the weekend, and we'll have a funny little cartoon at the end of it as well. So everybody, there you go. I'm a gifted idiot, and damn proud of it.
All right.
Oh, and at the end, I see King Dolphin TV.
What up, King Dolphin?
Hello.
King Dolphin TV. There we go. Hello, Comic Relief Crusader, Appion, and Gap After Dark, and Tom. There you go.
Hello there.
So, hello, my good sir. And so to everybody here that's in the chat, thank you very much for jumping on in from everybody here on the channel. And, well, we'll see you on Friday. See ya.
Oh, bye-bye.